Got ourselves Dan doing over for the team one. Looks like he's gonna be first up. Let's push get in the back. I don't even know if they're gonna play last time. Toxic Doctor, Megami as well as Sai over here. And Dan doing immediately first up versus Leo as a Frosty DK. This time around, got himself the Reapers. Sai with a huge burst damage. You're gonna need a bubble, you're gonna need Leon Hands, you're gonna need everything. Leon Hands used, bubble used, there it is. Literally used everything and he's trying to see if he crushed Leo. Leo cannot stop the bubble and that hammer actually hurts. Hurts a lot. Another hammer comes through. More little hammers flying in. Big hammer comes out. Got himself the IBF. Or not IBF. Oh no, he did IBF. But also Ladyborn as well. And both got himself a bit of a breather. Dandruin still. Danduin. I want to call it Dandruin. You still have Spell Warden. Definitely use it whenever available, man. Definitely use it. That's going to stop a lot of the DK frost damage. A lot of his damage is going to be frost. It's not a lot of it is physical. A lot of it is like melee damage, but it's frost damage that goes right through you like this. Oh, that's a lot. Try to see if you can recover. You get us a random proc wing, stand still and flash heal. Stand still, flash heal, stand your ground, silence. Oh, got himself there a big blit with big ice spikes flying through him. Taking him out. Is it from one pally to the next? It is. Looks like from one pally to the next. And I don't think Leo's ready. He doesn't have a human racial. He's got AMS, he's got Death Pack. I don't think he has enough to work with here. I don't think he has enough to work with. One little Death Strike. And Sai giving him at least that. At least giving him that, man. There it is. What if he feels so burned out? It's a good idea to play other games, especially with like Midnight coming out. I think it's a good idea to just like chill and do what's fun. Don't need to constantly grind. That or play something else, man. Suck Song looks like a lot of fun. You give that a go. Have you played Expedition 33? That'd be the best time. Have you ever played Baldur's Gate? Definitely worth your time and money. Proven. Leo got a lot of bursts on the side. Sai also got a lot of bursts on him. There goes the bubble. For Leo, I don't know if there's any recovery. Death Pact is available, but he's going to have to break his own movement speed. I don't know if you can AMS, IBF, AMZ, BBL. Down. Unfortunately, does go down. Blake gonna be up next. No more immunity out of Saya, however. He does have Bloodsucker Protection he might be able to use, but no more bubble. If Blake can catch up to him, he's doing Super Saiyan moves right now. Absolute Super Saiyan moves, and Saya's just like, hold still, Hodge. Hit him with a Hodge. But if you go for a Karma, I don't know, maybe you could bait out a Bloodsucker Protection out of him. Possibly. Maybe clashing him in the middle with Solar Conduit. Hold on, Celestial Conduit could be huge, actually. I was thinking maybe Saya was going to go bop, and Celestial Conduit was going to continue doing damage. But Blade, he needs to get himself a good setup versus Saya. Technically, Lexup is going to get broken out by bop, unfortunately. Saya trying to see if he can recover as much health as he can. Wake him, ashes from a distance to cut you down. And Ella looking to take down Saya. I think he go for Spell Warden here, right? Elo trying to see if he can set up some huge burst, but does get stunned up. Not going to be breaking out of it with a trinket. Trying to see if he can chase after Saya. Definitely used to get a good angle. Trying to go for a hunt does not connect. The hunt does go through with an I-beam right after. If you ever have any big damage thrown in the big glaive, I don't know if they're going to go for like a meta. Does end up going for I-beam here, but may need to use the big meta to capitalize on some damage. Try to see if you catch up to Saya. If you can meta a Hodge, that'll be huge here, actually. You may need to. You may actually need to. There goes the stun. Trinket. Meta right after. You have the damage to follow up. Big blade dance with a stun right after. This is your perfect opportunity to make some kind of damage go. But Saya does go with a massive slam. Spell Warden to block that chaos damage. But there's only so much you can do. Rest in Hell is up next. And last time Saya let him have an honor duel, and Rest in Hell is doing the same thing. Letting Saya have himself a bit of a breather. Letting some of those cooldowns cool down. Bubble coming up very, very soon. Pretty sure Lay on Hands is available. So for Rest in Hell, you better be very, very careful. Trying to see if you can stay up in midair as best as possible to dodge that Hodge, but Sai delaying the Hodge, seeing the eventual retreat out of the Demon Hunter. So he's trying to be very, very careful with it. I-beam right after does charge in. Shield of Edits is available with a hunt right after. It's going to be a pretty strong dot. A strong dot from Sai, just burning down Rested Health as well. May not be in a great spot. Trying to go for big cleaves with an I-beam right after. We'll need to use everything he can just to catch up with Sai. Stun to follow. Cleaver right after. I think the cleave connected, pretty sure, right? Pretty sure it did. Saya with a full Lay on Hands. Rest in Hell may need to trinket out of this. Does burn a trinket. May need to use everything he can to live. 42% dampening, but he's still able to pick up a little bit of healing. Is sailing in the darkness, letting the damage through from range. Saya avoiding the sigil of fire, but goes in for another slammer at the end of it all. This Paladin is just absolutely running amok. Bubble in 30 seconds. I don't know if you can live it. I don't know if you can live it. I think it slides potentially. Oh yeah, does go down. Who's up next? It's gonna be Toxic Doctor up next. It's gonna be really down. I don't even know if Duty can make this happen here. Dodging the flare. I think he saw exactly what Toxic was. Yeah, exactly what he was. Just from right after, could at least exchange the dots. It's gonna be grenades exchange as well. Toxic is gonna take some dot damage, so is Rudy. Trying to see if he can keep that pressure going from a distance. Trees are in, explosive shot getting traded, stun, but he does fall off the side of the platform. Actually, I think is the right move for him right now. Toxic, feign death for a moment, try to see if he can go for a big charge coordinated assault. Silence on Druid for a second. Fury of the Eagle is going to back up out of there. Druid needs to go for whatever recovery he can. Toxic taking a lot of damage though behind the pillar onto the bridge. My question right now is, can Druid bring it back, dude? He's got to go through Toxic, the Smurshka, and Megami. I think if he goes through Toxic and if he's able to do okay here, maybe if the Smurshka is his next competitor and he just blows him up out of nowhere. Without Heart of the Wild, it's going to be a little tough, though. So I don't really know how that's going to go. Maybe it's actually better if Megami goes next, because then maybe Druid can just play the long game, charge it in for Roar right after, just to get the pressure on Toxic, goes in for a Turtle Shell. Technically has a lot of damage for the Hunter, but is just unable to really do anything. Try to see if he can send the damage into the pet instead. Toxic trying to give the pet a little bit of recovery, but that thing eventually I think is going to die, right? Unless you go for like big recovery. That thing does spawn a mushroom under you. That is unfortunate. That is going to put you under pressure, your pet under pressure. Camo not going to last long. Yeah, this is actually a really good idea. Like, if you can't hit the Hunter, dot up the pet. Don't let him get a camo. Do not let him get a camo ever. Drudy knows there's going to be a trap right there. So he's trying to see if he can get himself a better angle. Freezing Trap does hit him. Trinket not available. Toxic looking for a recovery. So he's on the defensive completely. As Drudy's actually feeling kind of okay. Pet around the corner. I don't know if you can go for a Moonfire off of that. I don't know if Twin Moons would connect and hit Toxic Doctor either way. But if you can get yourself a good angle, this could be an opportunity. Root, pets, all the tree ants. Potentially could get the Sunfire too. Sunfire, Moonfire. He got all the dots. All the pets are doing damage. Toxic may be potentially under quite a bit of pressure. And for Druidy, that could be at least something to at least force the Hunter away from that pillar. Try to see if he can get himself an angle. Grenades getting thrown in. But he does not have the range in order to close the gap with Harpoon. Not yet, at least. He's trying to trade grenades, but trading on grenades with Star Starters and dots, not great. Drudy definitely needs to, if he has the angle of the pet. Toxic trying to move the pet over to the corner. He's actually controlling the pet, making micro adjustments, because if the pet is out in the open getting dotted up, it's going to be bad for him, because he's just going to cleave down to him. And looks like dots are off. Toxic does get himself a full reset. Drudy does get himself also reset. Roar, trying to see if he can just predict what Toxic's at, but he's nowhere near. And it goes in for a melt. I think he's just going to wait until next prowl. Might pick up the eyes. As Toxic does throw down flare down the middle. Does see what Drudy is at. Should be able to Hunter's mark him in case he needs to. There it goes. They see each other. Question is, who's going to have the damage? Starting up with grenades. Stun is going to be immediate Trinket. Dodging behind the pillar. Charge in with coordinated assault. Disarm to follow. Does not need his weapon to do damage. Trinket's out of that disarm to actually get his spear back. Is actually taking so many Star Starters back to back. The Grove has this Hunter under attack. Wall right after. Just trying to keep the pressure rolling in. But Drudy making sure to shift and bear from anytime he takes damage. Toxic may just die to the dots. Fade. Death still dotted though. Is it enough? Is he just dead? Those stars are not feeling good. Those stars are not feeling good. Next stump of the Druid is just over. Body shot though! No! Wait, is he still dead? I think he's just dead to the dots. He's just dead to the dots. Druidy, who's up next? It is the Smurshka. It is not great for you. You better stealth up. Prowl up now. Yeah, I think it's lights. I think it's over. I don't think this rogue is gonna... It is DR'd. It is a very, very DR'd stun. Maybe you could just root the rogue. Maybe you could just run. Maybe just run for your life for the rest of your game. For the rest of the game. Just keep running. Just keep running. Hold on, chat. I think Drudy potentially has a chance here. He's got to find the Smurshka, burst him down immediately, and then go defensive as soon as the Smurshka has any kind of a go. Barskin is available, so you can stop a lot of the rogues go. He needs to find a good angle. I don't know if he goes for the eyes. I don't know if he comes out of stealth ever. I think he just lets natural regen do work. Unless he sees where the Smurshka is at. He needs an angle away from the rogue. The furthest distance he can get from the rogue, the furthest away he can be from him, the better. I don't think he ever wants to come out of stealth unless he knows where the rogue is at. Picking up the eyes could be really, really dangerous. Walking even down the middle, like the rogue could have been down the middle, waiting to sap you, also would have been really dangerous. The best thing you can maybe do is go to a corner and start healing in that in a corner, and hope the rogue is nowhere near, and hope the rogue is on the far side. That's about all. He's just not in a great spot. I am worried for him. Oh no, no, no! I think they see each other. They know that they're near. He went for a quick regrowth in the bear form. Trinket available, immediate trinket, roar into the rogue, knocking it back. I think just root burst, yep. Blind on that root, which is big for the rogue, not great for Call of Duty. Disarm, full cooldowns. He can still stun you. Big flap away. Heart of the Wild is available while bear form is up. Trees are back on you. Can slap the rogue around quite a decent bit. Stuns, and if you live a lot of the stun locks, secret technique does a lot of damage there. Heart of the Wild does go for a stun into a gouge by the rogue. Cannot stun Drudy for a while. This could be an opportunity for Drudy just to have a go. Cyclone, no trinket for the rogue. He still has a cloak in case he really needs it. You try to recover as much as you can, but I don't know if you can do much. Disarm is available. I think you just send in all the burst. You got Incarnation, everything's available. Disarm is up. Rogue can cloak. Rogue can cloak. Vanish it. Bear form. Bear form in Frenzied Regen proc while you're low. That's about all he can do. He's got cloak. Another Frenzied Regen, knocking it back for a second. You need a root. Something, anything, it's over. It is so over. I was rooting for the Druid too. That is so rough. Saya picking up for a Druid. Almost clone back some semblance of a victory. But I guess the rogue is a boomkin. I don't know if there's anything you can do about it. I actually don't know if there's anything you can do about it at all. Let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Uno mas, uno mas.